Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year everybody. This is our reading for January 1st through January 7th, 2017. So our 9 vibration has ended and that 10-year cycle has ended. Now we begin a fresh 10-year cycle. 2017, when you add the 2, 0, 1, and 7, okay, is a 10. Which is a 1 and 0, we reduce to a 1, which is new beginnings. Okay, and a 0 added to a 1 or to any number makes it that exponentially greater. So with this 1 energy, we are starting a 10-year cycle, a new cycle, a fresh cycle, a beginning. And boy, do we need it. I think everyone in the world can attest to that. It's been rough for everybody. So let's see what the cards are bringing. We have Mercury is retrograde. I am recording this on the edge of the new moon in Capricorn, and the sun is still in Capricorn. But Mercury is retrograde. Uranus has gone direct after 5.5 months, and it's still in its shadow period. But so we know what Mercury is retrograde. We have communication failures and breakdowns, word of mouth, texting, telephone, voicemail, anything with computers and electronics. Yes, even in your mailbox. Delays with transportation. And I know a lot of people are traveling for the holidays, so hopefully you checked everything through before you left. But it also is about anything on the close home front as well, your car, any mode of transportation, maybe having legs and drags. Okay, so at this time you want to go within. This is a very introspective time when Mercury goes retrograde, as it does a few times a year. And we want to see that we're in a new year and we want to reflect back on the old. So it's kind of apropos what we say goodbye to, get riddance to, farewell to, sorrow and goodbyes to, as well as grievances. But welcoming in joy and abundance, fresh new start like a baby, like a newborn, innocent beginning, looking for new adventures, hope and possibilities. I'm doing a modified Celtic cross for you because I feel that the energy was worth doing that, and Spirit did guide me to that. So we have some mixed energies here, all right? And let's see what we have going here. Okay, we're starting with the 7 of Swords, and it's really not one of everybody's favorite cards because it does feel like you got robbed. It feels like you were cheated or something was stolen from you. Now, it could also be that you did this to someone else. However, this is our mental realm, all right? We are talking about the swords. So it is our thoughts, our logical mind, and it does reflect on the Mercurian energy we have going on with the retrograde. Okay, and then with the card itself, it's talking about the moon in Aquarius. So there's emotions being attached to something that's mentally getting at a lot of people. Maybe some of you feel like you've been beaten down and beaten up. You can't take it anymore. This could be mental abuse, depression, anxiety, worry, fear, and stress. This could be even words that people have thrown at you. You know, and the way he's carrying this, they're saying it's like on his back, and it feels like you felt like maybe you got stabbed in the back. You felt like someone is stabbing you in the back. But you see, they're really not. You're carrying this burden of all these swords, which is your thoughts or words people said to you. And you see there's someone behind you and they've got a sword too, but the sword is down. And they are behind you. So it's not, if you felt unsafe with this person, you would face your opponent. So I don't think they're really a threat to you. It could be something that you are creating, your sensitivity, because with the moon here, it is your emotions. So something is going on emotionally here that you're feeling forlorn, depressed, worried, upset. You know, and you feel like you're carrying this pain and suffering all on your own. Now, let's go ahead and look at the 7 as being a mystical number, yes, but it's a number about you making a stand, okay, taking control. So please, for some of you, with this depression, anxiety, or stress, or whatever woe or struggles you've had, some warring with somebody, verbal going on, or even if it wasn't they attacked you verbally, you them, that you're carrying this mental burden and it's emotionally really tearing you down. It's time for you to make a stand for yourself because you can release yourself from this. For others, they're saying that yes, if you feel like you did get robbed, if somebody actually did take something from you, whether it doesn't matter if it was money or possession, your reputation. For some of you, it's your reputation. They've slandered you, has said things behind your back. This could even be, gossip. This person has no remorse. Now, this is for some of you. They do not have remorse. It is what it is, and everyone sees it as what it is. Well, look, and it's emotionally hurting you. I understand they're saying it's hurting a lot of people right now, whoever this is involving. But walk away from this. Leave it behind you. Take the lessons learned with each strike and blow from your opponent, from this loved one, whomever it is that wounded you. See, because you've dropped your sword. You're done with the woods. You're not looking to combat anymore. All right, and let it be at that. Start to make a stand, walk away from this. For anybody who wants to put this in a general reading, if you feel like it's something that you've been anguishing over, okay, whatever this is, whether it's finances, health, love, whatever you can put this to, it really has you dragging it down. Like sometimes you can liken this to a sack of potatoes. And you're carrying the sack of potatoes, and every day you're adding another potato to the sack. And it's rotting and festering on your back. It stinks. But the weight and the load is heavy. You can release this weight at any time. So whatever this burden is that you're carrying and you're feeling, there's no one helping you, or you're getting beaten down emotionally from this and mentally, it's time to cut this pack off your back and let it go. I know it's not always easy, and it's easier said than done, but realizing this card is from February 9th to the 18th. Spirit is saying you will either have release by then, relief mentally and emotionally by then, okay, or it will be over by then. So some of you have to make the effort to free yourself, take control. For others, they're saying things are set in motion that you have no control over. They are already in play from whatever you did in the past, said, and thought, and it is unfolding as it should. And there is where it will clear. Now, here we're going across here. What's covering you? See, this is nice. You've got this here, not so crazy good stuff going on here, but that's life, right? Now you have the Ten of Cups. This is one of the best cards, if not the best in the deck. This card embodies all four elements in balance and harmony as it represents all the pleasures in life. Okay, these are the things that you can't always buy or things you can buy. This is emotional happiness, spiritual happiness, mental happiness, physical happiness. This is money. This is love. This is everything. So whatever you want to fill these cups with for yourself, in the ultimate way, the Ten of Cups is this joyous, happy outcome. And it's this covering here. So we know that the outcome, which is on its way, and this card, by the way, is March 11th through March 20th. So let this play itself out. There's going to be some stalling going on. Remember, we're in the Mercury retrograde. There's stalling going on. So even if you want to take an action against this or toward this to resolve it, the best thing you can do, they're saying, is take the action within yourself and not against the other person or party or thing. Work on yourself right now during that retrograde, okay? Put the effort into you. All the anger, whatever you're feeling, whatever that bitterness is, that negativity, it's like you taking a hot smoldering stone and trying to throw it at somebody. Who's getting burned? You are. So why don't you just comfort yourself right now? Send out love to that other person, even if you don't want to, just I wish them the best. And let it go, because really, it's not serving you. Look what's going to come for you. But you're not going to get this if you stay here. If you stay in the misery, dwell in the depression, the unhappiness, the sadness, the lack of, abundance can't come to you, or it won't come to you. And it might come to you in dribs and drabs, but not in the best. So it's best to release this agony to welcome this in for you. Now, with this card, we have Mars in Pisces. So this is a fire and water element. Mars is taking charge of things, initiating change, creative energy. Okay, and in Pisces, it's compassion. It's getting along. It's healing. It's the 12th house. It's the Lord of Karma. It's karmic, everything coming to an end. And oh, yeah, they're saying 10. Mary Jo, they're saying 10. We're in a 10 vibration, so that's good. 10 is the beginning. So this is invitations to some of you to love, invitations to happiness or prosperity, invitations to financial security and stability. For some of you, it is that home you've been dreaming of. Whatever's on the end of the rainbow for you, it's not always a pot of gold. There could be people who want health for their child or loved one, for themselves, their body. That is more important than any money right now in their life. See, everybody has different needs and desires, but this card is talking about the fulfillment of your wishes and dreams coming to fruition for a period of time. Okay, like I said, it's a period of time. So we're looking at here between March 11th and 20th, some of you will be seeing that coming to in culmination. For others of you, it is a period of bliss and abundance. It is a period of release and joy. These are those sensual pleasures. You feel loved. You feel cared for. You feel safe. You feel stable. You're mentally at peace. Your heart is calm. You know, these are different things for different people. But in the outcome is whatever is crossing you here to cover this here is saying to get to this, you need to make a stand for yourself and release all these old negative energies. Because here's the Judgment card, and this is our major arcana. Now, Judgment is calling you to a new life. The angel Gabriel is blowing his horn. Will you heed the call? All the things of the past that you have endured are there. And yes, they are in the past. You can look back at them, but don't stare. Or, in some instances, it's time not even to look back. Burn that bridge so you can't go back there. Whatever this is for you right now, it's saying the new life is waiting for you. And we are entering, like I said, this 1 vibration. Now, the 2 with the 0 is 2 exponentially greater. There's a coupling there. There's a harmony. For some of you, this is involving a partnership, a new life in a partnership. Maybe then was broken or needed healing. For some of you, it is a new relationship. For some of you, it's a new relationship with self. Letting the old you die off and never being that person again. Like I say, with each breath, we begin a new life. We are never the same person with each breath. Our body rejuvenates itself that fast. And this is also for some of us saying you need to let go of the past. It's not serving you right now. It's never going to serve you. Some of you, they're saying you thought you were done with this. But you didn't release it. You're still carrying that weight, that sack of potatoes with you every day. And with each step, the weight of your foot and imprint is dipping deeper and deeper and deeper. With each step, you're leaving a deeper imprint. It's time for you to release that and walk lighter and more lively. And you say, well, how do I do that, Mary Jo? Start thinking of things that are positive for you. Life is getting in your way right now, and it is not always easy. Speak to Spirit. Speak to your guides. Ask them to hold you a little tighter right now. You know, especially for people that, even if you're surrounded by family and friends, you feel alone and isolated. For people that are alone, you feel lonely. And even though you love your life in spirit, you wish for someone in this physical world to just give you a hug sometimes. You know, a pat on the back. This card is saying even to renew the new life with Spirit or call you to a new life. You know, many of us are, like I said, awakened, and some of us are still asleep. And it's time to awaken. And those who are awakened, be more aware. So with this card, it is talking about letting things go. Letting the past end. The last 10-year cycle we had is done with. Many of us are beaten down from the battle. And we have scars and wounds from it. The wounds will heal and close. Sometimes scars remain. And they are there to remind us of what we have survived. And you have survived this 10-year cycle. This has been really one of the hardest ones in my life that I can remember, with all the ups and downs and like the market, real estate, wars. This has been a very rough one worldwide. So it is time to rise up from that, whichever it was that entombed you. Each one of us have a different thing in our lives, or multiple things that keep us entombed. It's time to roll back that stone and set yourself free. I did go past this And I don't usually, this is usually my first card because it's in the past. But they're saying just to read it this way. Because with this Two of Cups, it is talking about invitations to love, to sensual pleasures, to happiness. You know, again, we have this angelic presence here. And for me, it's kind of overlooking this here. These are possibilities. This is not for everyone because not everyone is going to heed the call, they're saying. A lot of you are going to stay in the dormant state, the sleep state, and that's your choice. But they're saying this is overlooking your spread here as a possibility. This is another 2 number, and here we have the 20, it's a 2. This here is Venus and Cancer. What a beautiful blending with Venus and Cancer. This card is talking about self-worth, okay, being in love with yourself, because without loving yourself first, you cannot attract the energy to you that you want. Okay, it's invitation to loves to other people, invitation to a partnership with another. Could be a business that you've been trying to start out and you've been, you know, just sitting here and lying in sleep waiting for someone to come and like rescue you. The only one who can rescue you is you. Once you're awakened, you can start to see all these things and welcome all these things in your life. And this is that giving and receiving. See how they're entwined to each other and their cups up? So they fill themselves emotionally. Once you fill your cup first, then can you fill others. I know it sounds selfish. There's a difference between self-centered and selfish. Self-centered is truly that, where you are centered. It's like the life force of prana going through this couple here. As above, so below. And the energy is returned from Gaia back up to Uranus, back to the sky. But this is a beautiful spiritual blessing of energy, giving and receiving. Sensual pleasures, feeling loved, happy, safe, joyous, blissful. All the words that we don't use on a regular basis because those are the words that welcome abundance. We embrace ourselves with depression, fear, gossip, worry, stress, lack, okay? And this card is talking to you about loving yourself, valuing yourself first. That is Venus. And Cancer is nurturing, loving, caring, mothering yourself, and then welcoming into your life that which you desire. So if it's your health, welcoming that in by loving yourself. Another who is a love. Healed relationships with family, new partnership, new business. But in all of this, whatever this is for you, students, artists, it is talking about a feeling of oneness and completeness. Now, even for us that are so involved in spirit, this is information coming in, loving information coming in, balancing information coming in, strengthening confidence coming in. And even if you don't do divination work, but you're looking to heal yourself, to be a clearer channel for that which you want for yourself, not necessarily to give to others, like I do and other people who do this work, then this is that energy coming. They heed the call. Once you're awakened, you will be more aware. Once you are aware, you shall receive. And then what's coming from Spirit, they're saying here, another Cups energy, 5 of Cups. Now with the 5 of Cups, it's Mars in Scorpio. This is something that happened in the past. Okay, this happened between October 23rd and November 2nd for some of you, they're saying. All right, this was something that you felt you lost emotionally. Okay, where here you had this loss, you feel like someone stole something from you. This card is emotion and thoughts. This card here is definitely with Scorpio and Mars. Wow, that's fire and brimstone right there. Because Mars is the ruler of Scorpio in ancient times, and many of us still recognize that. So this is power. This is like a power struggle. This is fiery energy. This was emotional energy, but an outburst. For some of you, whatever that happened to you between October 23rd and November 2nd, they're saying you felt like all was lost. Whatever this was, let's just do it in a snapshot, general reading. This is a loss that you felt grief over. Could be even a human being that you lost grief. And you feel all is gone. You don't have the energy anymore. Because Mars is that vitality and energy, initiative, creative, warrior, spiritual energy. And with Scorpio, it's transformational, transmutational. It's the occult, which is hidden things. It's life, death, and rebirth, For some of you, they're saying what was lost, that spirit is in the other realm and is life everlasting. There's uncertainty. It is your uncertainty. They are at peace. And I wish you healing at this time. For others, it is that you actually feel like you're disenchanted by things, or you were disenchanted. You didn't see what you still have. There are things in the unseen that are working themselves, and you don't see it right in front of you, so you're like the doubting Thomas. If you would look at this emotions, it's so gray and bleak here with that water. But there's a bridge there, and you could cross that bridge, and there's like this castle-like building, but it's a solid foundation. Especially with that Capricorn energy that we're in right now, solid foundation. See how bleak it looks, gray? Gray is a mutable color. Okay, gray is not black, it's not white. There's things changing. That 5 energy, things are changing. Please know, all is not lost. For some of you, they're saying the opportunity will represent itself. Instead of living in doom and gloom about what you have lost, keep your head up. Look left and right. Look up and down, because what's in the works is coming back to you, and you don't want to miss this opportunity coming back to you. It will represent itself. Whether it's the job, the school, the love of your life, whatever this is, it is coming back to you. All is not lost. So they're saying, please take this time for this 5 energy and create some stability and grounding and balance. Don't waver back and forth. Keep yourself calm emotionally. Center and ground yourself in this time of Capricorn. Do that introspection with the Mercury retrograde, as I had said before, to calm yourself and give yourself peace. And just know, like you know, this is coming to me. And keep saying to Spirit, it's okay for this, whatever it is, to come to me now. Give them permission to bring it to you now. It is coming for you. So what was in the past was, let's say, rearranging people, places, and things for it to come to you in the best way. The last time it would have come to you wasn't going to be the best. Or if it did come to you and you lost it, that's because something better is coming. And it might not even be the same thing. They're saying something even better is coming. Yeah, it's very like gray and bleak looking. But that's, again, in your head. You've got to stop that. Transmute that negative energy into something positive and beautiful. Okay, because that's what we want to create, some positive, beautiful results in our life. Now, what's coming for us? And I go out 3 weeks to 3 months, sometimes sooner, depends on how often I read for you. This is the 2 of Wands. This is the first card of the zodiac. And really, in the tarot, this represents Mars in Aries. It's March 21st to the 30th, which is the beginning of the astrological year. Okay, again with the 2, we have 3 2s. So we do have partnering going on. A lot of you are going to be coupling in things, partnership of some kind, joining together. But it is balance. It is also balance, like a scale balancing, these 2 balancing. All right, so with this card, we're going to talk about having all this creative energy, but having the fire and drive to do it. This is virility, vitality, creative energy. Ideas that take root. She's got it planted. She is our really young Magi in this deck. It's represented by a woman. And she holds her crystal orb. And she's seeing. You see how she's mesmerized. And she's focused. She's seeing her future. She's visualizing. It starts in the mental realm. Most of these cards are reflecting back to Mercury. So we know this is what we need to be doing. Concentrating our thoughts and loves and desires, focusing them on what we want, looking like it. The world is in your hand. You have done work. You've established yourself. You've got things planted here. And look, they're still growing. And in this earth energy, it is literally planting your seeds, watering it, nurturing, and waiting for it to grow and bear fruit. So here it is with this energy, the 2 of Wands, saying work has been done. You've set your sights on a goal. It is not coming to you yet at this time, but it is in the works. It is in the unseen. We have this beautiful orangey energy, so we know you created this yourself. We have the yellow of spirit. You're feeling empowered, and if you don't feel empowered, start wearing yellow, because that will help to empower you. And set the sights on all that you desire. And you don't have to concentrate on 1 or 2 things. The universe is so vast that it expands with us. The universe would be nothing without us. It needs us to exist and expand. The universe is ever expanding to fit our needs. When you live in the thought of it's not big enough, it can't do it, well, that's why things aren't coming to you. Know that the universe loves you so much, it will rearrange people, places, and things just for you. And it's ever growing and expanding to provide you with all that you desire. All of us with all that we desire. And with the wands, this is also work in a social situation. For some of you, it is establishing yourself in a group and expanding on new friends, new communications, new social networks, they're saying as well. But this is a beautiful life-giving energy here. This is virility, vitality. This is the seed, the spark of life. The idea set in motion and showing results are on its way. So it's coming. This is not like it's here already, but you're working on it. But to be continued, right, as life is. We'll put some nice petrified wood here because that's been around for millions of years. It's protection, it's grounding. It's a tree that was nurtured and grown and still living in this beautiful crystal from Mother Earth. Well, I hope you have a happy new year. Be safe. Know that you're loved. I'm grateful for everyone who's been with me from the beginning and even now. Thank you for joining and subscribing. Remember, you can be the channel if it doesn't make sense or resonate within you, that you could share this with someone else. We are all channels. We are all connected. That is part of the holistic story that we are part of. And I thank you, every one of you, for being on this journey with me, that you've stayed with me and I am with you. We came here before all of this happened, knowing what we were going to do together. We just don't remember it now. So just know that I love you. I'm grateful to you. I thank you, one and all. And as always, I wish you the best.